Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have an All-American in front of us in Elijah Williams. He's a defensive lineman out of Morgan State. Nice to have you today, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you bringing me on.
Sure, man. Anytime. Just up the street from me, which isn't too bad there at Morgan State. Had a phenomenal career. HBCU All-American, was a Defensive Player of the Year this past year for the MEAC. And obviously could potentially hear his name called in this year's NFL draft. So, Elijah, get us started. Introduce yourself so we can get going.
My name is Elijah Williams, born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey. I played D line. Well, just played D line at Morgan State University, and I'm looking to bring my talents to the next level.
Cool. We'll speak more about the whole evolution of you as a player here shortly. Do want to start from the beginning. And so let's just kind of ask that question. How long have you been playing this game of football?
I've been playing since I was about 7 years old. That's when they first started allowing us to play football, and it's just been something that I loved ever since. A lot of adversity that I faced just being a child, adapting to the game while also playing other sports, and it's all really just collectively helped me become the athlete that I am today.
Great. So grew up in New Jersey, Jersey City. Went attended Lincoln High School. At least that's what I had in my notes. Talk us through the early years of you as well, really as a football player. Any other positions you may have played as a youth, and then of course leading us up to your time in high school.
Yeah, as a youth, always played O line, D line. I tried to be a running back, but once the weighing came, they realized that dream was far from being a reality. Always play O line, D line, and then when I got to high school, freshman year, I played the bench. Sophomore year, I played center, and that was really just me getting on the field. I said I can't sit on the bench again. I got to do something to get on the field. And when they said they needed a center, I rose to the occasion, did my job. I think I probably let up one or two tackles the entire season as an undersized center. But then once my junior year came around, got a little weight to me, grew a little taller. I played O line, D line again. I played left tackle on the O line, and then my senior year, they needed some more stability at linebacker, and I was able to play linebacker and still played O line as well.
Interesting. So I'm looking at you coming out of high school and you're playing all of these positions. And of course, Morgan State was where you landed. But talk me through the recruiting process, man. What were people viewing you as? Offensive line, defensive line, athlete? Talk to me.
When I spoke to coaches, some coaches really didn't know where they wanted to put me, but also what really hindered my recruiting process was my grades. I wasn't college eligible until after my senior season, so that definitely played a large factor in my recruiting process. That's why I always tell kids, man, take your grades serious. Don't be on joke time in school. You can joke after school. You can joke after your homework's done, but make sure you focus on that school. But Morgan State, they were a bright light, definitely a blessing, and they came really late in my recruitment. I didn't even take a visit, and I committed there.
I was kind of thinking because, during the recruiting process, we have the pandemic that we're obviously still dealing with. And, like, I don't know if at the time as you are being recruited, if you could even take even visits. I don't know exactly how that worked, but I mean, of course, you landed at Morgan State. So, and obviously played all 4 years there at Morgan State. I ended up starting 42 games. Let's pause there and talk about the university, if you don't mind. Talk up this school, man. What makes it so special for you?
Really, the community. Definitely, I've seen this football program change over time, and especially how the rest of the school views the football program. When I first came here, they weren't viewed in a bright light, but as time went on, we definitely became a better face on campus, more of a good representation of this university, and just the people around us are so supportive, especially when it comes to the staff. You can't go in there without them saying, "Hey, you're on the football team. Hey, I like what you guys are doing. I wish you guys the best of luck." And that's one great thing about Morgan State University. Coach Wilson is definitely doing a great job just instilling a culture within the football program. So shout out to him. He's doing his thing.
Gotcha. Certainly big man on campus, easily recognizable. I would assume, of course. You with a whole lot of eyes on you very early on this season. On a whole lot of these watch lists as a guy who may end up getting an opportunity here very soon. And not just you actually on that defense. Bro, talk up this defense a little bit. How would you describe that and some of the pieces around
Definitely aggressive. We always talk about getting all 11 hats to the ball. No loafs, just everybody giving their effort every play, So our defense, we one thing about us, we're going to swarm the ball. Um, Eric Hunter was on that watch list, but he wasn't able to play last season. I'm looking for him to have a phenomenal season this year, but still our linebackers were still getting their job done. D line was definitely doing way better this year, getting a lot more sacks than we did in the previous year, which is a great thing. It's just a defense that you can't really recreate. It's like every year it has their own identity, but still we have the same goal as being the most dominant defense in the MEAC.
Great. I want to speak on some of your career statistics, which again separate you like very well. As a defensive end slash defensive tackle, we're looking at a guy with a total of 216 tackles throughout his four years, 15 of them for or 52 of them for loss, and 31 career sacks. Uh, awesome, man. 11 of which were from this past year. Bro, such a great individual, season for you, of course. And some of these accolades and stuff, they're phenomenal. Defensive Player of the Year for the MEAC this last season. Um, and of course, All-American, First Team All-MEAC several times over. Which one of these accolades do you really, I don't know, do you take pride in the most or what?
Um, no, I really appreciate all of them, but the one that really tops it is definitely that sack record. Especially my senior season. I just know I knew I wanted to go out with a bang, and I felt like that 11 sacks is exactly what that bang was. But leading up into my senior season, I was able to get some D line training that I usually wasn't able to get during the summer. I'm really there by myself, just after workouts, trying to do my work on my moves, and you don't realize that your moves aren't as good as you think they are until you have that second set of eyes telling you, man, you're doing this too wrong. You're wasting too much movement getting to your point of attack. And I've definitely felt as though that separated me going into my senior season. And then after the season, I was able to get even more training. Uh, now that I have a good base, I went down in Atlanta with Dez, and he was able to really add on top of what I already had. And going into the Legacy Bowl, I just felt as though I can't be stopped. I can't.
I mean, obviously, not too many people stopped you this last year. Let's talk about this transition for you because I think for the longest time, many people were looking at you as an edge rusher. Of course, I mean, you put up 31 career sacks. I mean, at least on paper, that looks like I'm viewing an edge rusher. But this past season, you kind of morphed into this defensive tackle, maybe three tech. I don't know exactly how you want to describe yourself, but talk about that evolution of you and really the situation that you're in right now, and maybe how you see yourself, making the jump to the professional level.
Um, this past season, getting more inside, I think what really made people open their eyes is to, hey, this guy could do some three tech too. He's not just an outside guy. It's my added weight. that 285 I was playing at, and I was just able to really tone it up and still try to keep it quick. And it definitely helped me a lot more on the inside. And like usually throughout the seasons, I usually get like half of my sacks inside and then half of my sacks coming outside as well. So I really appreciate that people are recognizing that I'm a real versatile guy, and other teams at the professional level are going to have a problem scheming for me.
So the last thing that I have in my notes is that I mean I had you at like 294 or something. Like I can't remember if that was at the Legacy Bowl or not, like when that weight came in, but what are you weighing at these days?
Right now I'm at 290. I weighed in right before my pro day at 288. Um, but I can range anywhere in between there. Whatever team wants me at, I'll get to it for sure, man. I'll make sure I'll get to it.
Cool. We did talk about your versatility and again, along the 42 career starts that you've had. I mean, you have had some starts at pretty much almost everywhere on that defensive line. And I feel like your versatility is one of your key attributes as a prospect. Anything else that kind of want to hang your hat on as to really what separates you from others at your position?
My pass rush, definitely, especially with the training I've been getting, and it really showed that I still have a high ceiling. I have a lot more potential that I could reach, and I just want coaches to understand that, hey, this is what you see is really just raw. I really haven't been able to fine tune my technique as best as I wanted to. So going into the next level, you're just gonna get a even better me.
Yeah, I mean, fairly well-rounded player. And I really like that about you and your game. This past season, Morgan State 6-6 record. I know not exactly what you want, but still some solid games. I was looking through those games, and I believe you had like 4 games of multi sacks, which is kind of nice for you as an individual player. But I do want to kind of walk through at least some of your games from this past year. Bro, I don't know who did the scheduling for you guys, but when you have like 3 straight road games to open things up, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair for anybody. But eventually, you guys did hit the ground running. And the one game against Virginia Lynchburg, dude, you guys obliterated them. And so talk about that matchup, which I don't know if they really had anybody there who could match up well with you at all. You had 2 sacks in that game.
Yeah, Virginia Lynchburg is a confusing thing. It's always a confusing type of game. You never really know what you're going to expect going into it. I still wish the university their best and whatnot, but yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was just,
It is what it is. I mean,
I'm not.
again, we're not trying to completely disrespect them, but I think really part of what goes into this, of course, is again the scheduling. Like I had mentioned, I mean, you guys, you're away, and you finally get a home game. You're getting a home game against Virginia Lynchburg, and I'm sorry, but they just got their ass handed to them. That's just kind of what happened in that game. So,
Yeah.
and you guys went out there, you were just dominant completely in that game. Again, as I mentioned, this is one of your games you had multiple sacks. Do you want to talk about a couple other matchups? One of which you had 2 sacks in was the NC Central game. Anything from that
Yeah.
NC Central game that we can draw on?
For why I got the multi sacks, why I got double
Yeah, just
sacks.
talk through some of those moments.
Um, I remember my first sack was a quick set by their left tackle, tall guy. And when you get somebody who quick sets you, you gotta beat the speed with speed. So understanding that he's a tall offensive lineman and he quick set me, now it's just natural reaction. I go into a stutter to a club inside, and it's hard for a tall offensive lineman or offensive lineman in general to take that quick step and then react again and protect that inside. So I took advantage of that and was able to get my first sack of the game. I had to throw my. It looked like I was being crazy. I threw my hands up so the quarterback wouldn't throw the ball. It looked a little crazy, but it was a method to my madness in that sack. And the other sack, uh, where did I get that at? I got that on their right tackle. He was a patient offensive lineman, very patient, on the smaller side, and he sort of retreats backwards, but waits for you to engage him so he can lock in on you and sit down. So what I really had to do, I had to beat him with power, because if you don't beat him with power and speed at the same time, once he clamps down, you're gonna get a chip from that guard. 3 clean chips. I was able to push him back. Then club rip to the inside in order to get the fumbles, the sack fumble, forced fumble on that play.
Well, great to get the turnovers, of course. And so, I mean, I'm assuming that's the one that you remember the most. And then one last game, Delaware State. You guys actually came out, the victors in that game, 36 to 28. Again, this is another away game. You guys were just road warriors this past year, man. But multi sacks in that game too. Anything from that game that stands out? One of those sacks in particular, or what?
My last sack towards the end of the game. Honestly, Del State was actually a really great team. Like, they had a lot of good players in comparison to their record. It was like, man, their record should be a bit better. But yeah, props out to Delaware State, especially that running back. He was a tough guy. I feel as though he can do a lot of great things, probably even at the next level. I don't know what year he was in, but he was a great running back. But on my last sack, I had a one-on-one with the center. And we were just having a little talking match before then, and not too long before then. So I seen the one-on-one, and we were able to stand up. I was standing up. I'm like, oh man, I'm ready for this guy. I saw that none of the guards were helping. I said, man, this is me. Hit him with a chop spin, and then I was able to get the half sack with my guy Nana. He bent the edge. We both collided on the quarterback sandwiching him. And man, that was a good moment for me. I love that one for sure.
Cool. I kind of like the way you've talked through some of these sacks because you were like, uh, hey, I beat this taller guy on the as a left tackle. I beat this maybe perhaps timid guy on the on the right side. Maybe wanted to try to obviously you're able to overpower him and get the better of him, and then of course you're able to come completely inside, square up on the center, of course, John a little bit, of course, and winning maybe perhaps before the play even started. But of course was able to take over the game, which you have, man. I mean, you've done this throughout your career, where at least along the defensive line, people had to game plan for a guy like you, because hey, we got to figure out where is he, where is the guy out there, and dude, great career. Let's just kind of look back on it and just give you kudos for all of that. End up going to the Legacy Bowl. So let's talk about your moment there, man. You're able to go down there, showcase yourself in front of all these NFL scouts. Talk about that time that you had down there.
Man, it was a great experience. I definitely appreciate it, and it's really great for these HBCU players who might not necessarily get in those rooms sometimes to have an opportunity to get there. Had a great opportunity to talk to many teams during the combine process. A lot of interviews, which were really great. I really enjoyed it, and then they just treated us really well as well. They really made sure we were catered to. Shout out to the Saints for letting us use their practice facilities as well, and we use Tulane for the game facilities. But I really enjoyed it. You meet a lot of great people there. a lot of different athletes, and it's really the best HBCU athletes at those showcases. Uh, a lot of people that can do things at the next level, and I'm just really grateful for that opportunity.
Great. Did a fine job actually at the combine there. Was able to showcase your, great upper body strength with 30 bench reps. Got to throw that out there. I mean, a really great performance. You had your pro day, recently. Got a couple other local pro days coming up, or local days with some teams. Can you shout that out real quick?
Yeah, I have a local pro day with the Giants and the Ravens coming up.
Nice, nice. Well, hey man, a lot of great things happening for you. I mean, and again, I feel like I am looking at a guy who could be an HBCU guy who's drafted this year. Have you been able to take this in as to maybe perhaps, hey, you're a guy from Morgan State who may end up getting drafted? Is that kind of sunk in? Like, where's your mental right now?
Yeah, I understand it's a possibility. The person I talk to most about is my pops. He's always like looking up new things, just searching pretty much every day, finding like different mock drafts, and he's seeing me at like different positions. And he also understands like, hey, that's not even a certain thing. But we both understand that regardless if I get an opportunity, I'm gonna show that I was a good decision. I was a good chance to take. And I'm going to do whatever I can to stay on the team and produce at the next level.
Cool. I mean, Elijah, I definitely feel like you're going to get this opportunity, whether your name's called in the draft or not. You're going to get an opportunity. I don't know what team it's going to be, but I mean, I know you're going to, give it your all. Do want to get a chance to meet this guy off the field a little bit before we close up shop. So, talk to me about you, the guy who maybe isn't perhaps a football guy. Anything else about you that you want people to know, whether it be hobbies,
Hello?
interesting, fun facts,
I think it's my
or
connection. I can't tell.
special talent. So again, anything about yourself that you want to share, just hit me with something.
Really, just my faith, like trusting in God throughout this entire process. My Lord and Savior. When I'm feeling a little bit stressed, even though I shouldn't, that's what I lean on. I always get to praying, always thanking Him for the good times and the bad times. Because it's easy to forget about what was there for you, who was there for you when you're doing good. So I give Him praise even when I'm not doing good, when I'm doing bad, when I'm uncertain. So that's really been the cornerstone of this whole process.
Cool. Well, Elijah, just for some fun, maybe I'll ask you some silly little fun questions so that maybe we can figure out what else we can from this guy. So, um, uh, maybe if I had to, put you on the spot, perhaps the one song that you might be most embarrassed to admit that you actually like.
I'm never embarrassed to admit any song I like, but it's what song is it? He said, "Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in the church corridor, and I can't help but to hear." I forgot the name of that song, but we used
No,
to be
you're good.
playing that in
I'm
the
just
weight
going to
room
give you
too.
props for trying to wing it there. I mean, I thought that that was great, just to, put yourself out there. So, all right, cool. Hey, sounds like you're a guy who's willing to do a little bit of karaoke. Have you done that lately or what?
Oh no, I haven't done some karaoke, but I'm never afraid to sing a song I like, especially if I'm driving, the music blasting. It's mandatory that you sing the song.
I'm with you. I mean, you gotta feel it. If you have it on, you might as well, sing along, right? Um, Favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite movie growing up was definitely The Warriors. It was a great movie. It was about these street gangs in New York, and like the biggest leader that was trying to unite them all, he was actually assassinated by another gang that really wanted all the power. It's a dope old movie. You gotta watch it if you haven't. It's real good. Definitely, my pops love it too.
All right.
Great movie.
Hey, definitely something I'll have to look into. So, um, bucket list vacation spot. Where in the world would you love to get an opportunity to go, man? And like if money wasn't an object, if you were able to go somewhere, where would that be for you?
Um, I always said I wanted to go to Africa. Don't know where in Africa I want to go, but I know it's a lot of beautiful spots over there. Also, Thailand is dope. My girlfriend was telling me about that, like how Thailand looks nice. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh yeah, that's sweet. But then you look at the ticket prices to get over there. It's like 1,100 and up. So
So you big
crazy.
into some of this spicy Thai food or what?
I'm not really a spicy guy, but only thing Thai that I've eaten so far is pad Thai. But I'm never afraid to eat any sort of food. One thing my family know about me, they know I'm gonna eat something.
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious if we're looking at you. No offense. Had to give you that one there just for fun. Again, just funny. You don't come after me. I know you're only
Oh,
like 30 minutes away, so I mean you could find me. But hey man, obviously want to make it to the next level. Who are you a big fan of growing up? Who was your guy as a kid, in Jersey?
I was always an Eagles fan. I was an Eagles fan since like birth. Me and my dad used to always go out and watch the Eagles games. You know, a lot of bonding time, a lot of wings, and a lot of milkshake. You know, so I always like Brandon Graham. You know, especially when I really started to try to imitate players or just see what NFL players really seem similar to me. And I felt as though Brandon Graham did that with his versatility and even with how he pass rushes. I felt like we were a similar type of guy.
I mean, definitely a very solid, player, for sure for Philly. I don't know exactly how I feel about that because again, from the back, people can tell where, who I'm a fan of course. Um, uh, bro, I know you're in a position where you could get drafted. You're going to get an opportunity here very soon. You're going to get a couple of local days where you're going to be able to showcase your talent. As we close up shop, tell everybody why you believe you need to be drafted and given that opportunity at the next level. So give them your pitch.
I'll really be one of the most versatile athletes in this draft. Uh, Definitely a hardworking guy, and I can really play any position on the D line at a high level. Just all my experience growing up playing different positions, linebacker. I feel as though me playing uh, the game just really breaks itself down to me, and it's a game that's slow to me, and it really helps me to get to the ball, get to the passer. I mean, the quarterback, and I'll really just be able to showcase myself once I get to that next level.
And whether you're getting to the quarterback, the running back, dude, you are a hell of a playmaker. And so able to really showcase yourself. Had a phenomenal career there at Morgan State, HBCU All-American, a whole lot of great things that we can draw on there. Again, very versatile player, very reliable, 42 career starts. Able to play more or less anywhere on that, defensive line. So a lot of good stuff here from Elijah Williams. So, buddy, want to wish you all the best moving forward. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Sure thing. Once again, I got Elijah Williams, defensive lineman out of Morgan State. Check this dude out.